The market is crashing, the market is crashing, the market is crashing, the market is crashing. Or is it? Hey, how you doing? If we haven't met, I'm Mike Conners, real estate agent with eXp Realty here in Maine and team leader of the Real Pro team. Over the past year, we've been hearing the market is going to crash. Over the past few months, we've been hearing the market crash is coming soon. And over the past few weeks, we've been hearing the market is crashing.
It looks like we're heading into a housing recession.
We are not, says economist Dean Baker, anywhere near done with this yet.
Well, I think that because I really think we're in the early innings of what could be a prolonged downturn.
But then we have an expert on Yahoo saying the market isn't crashing.
But I don't think we're headed towards any kind of crisis. I don't think that we have any numbers that support a housing crash.
So what is it? Is the market really crashing? Is it just a correction? Or is all this just panic and hype? Well, good news for you, I break it all down in this video. Stick around until the end. I'm gonna give away a $100 gift card to a business of your choosing. So to understand this, we have to go back to the basics here and talk about the economy. What is economy? For this, let's head over to the Merriam-Webster. Economy is a noun, the structure or conditions of economic life in a country, area, or period. Wait a second, I thought in school I was always told you can't define a word by using the word in the definition. Was I lied to? 2, thrifty and efficient use of material or resources. 3, arrangement or mode of operation of something. Okay, so most of these definitions suck. Let's head over to Google. Google says the wealth and resources of a country or region, especially in terms of the production and consumption of goods and services. Great, a definition that makes sense. So how do we relate that to real estate? In simple terms, the real estate economy is the number of transactions that are happening in the marketplace. When the economy is hot, there are a lot of transactions and lots of money being spent or made, depending on which side of the transaction you're on. We call this a cash-heavy market. But cash isn't the only thing that makes a strong market. Credit also plays a role. When the market is hot, people are spending more cash, which means businesses are making more money. This gives lenders confidence, so they lend more money. To break that down simply, people who are making more money are getting more credit, and in turn, lenders are giving these people even more money to spend. Now we are cash heavy and we are credit heavy. Now the economy is really on fire. Now what we saw over the last year was low interest rates. What do you think happens when interest rates are at 2 or 3%? If you guessed this causes borrowers to want to borrow more money, you guessed correctly. Quick recap. People are spending more money, plus businesses are making more money, plus lenders are feeling confident, plus lenders are lending more money, plus interest rates are low, plus people are borrowing more money. That equals a market boom. More transactions, money is being spent everywhere on everything, people are on buying sprees, and now supply starts dropping and running out. High demand equals low supply equals higher prices, which produces, if you said inflation, you'd be correct. What is inflation? Simply everything is so expensive that it devalues currency. When this happens, your money sitting in the bank doesn't make sense because with high inflation, the money in the bank is losing value when it's just sitting there. So what does this cause? Causes people to want to spend even more money on assets. Why do they do this? Well, because if the choice is have your money sit in the bank and lose value, or spend it on an asset and increase value, the choice would be simple. This is what we're seeing in the real estate market. Real estate has appreciated so much over the last few years that it's absolutely crazy. I've seen sellers over the last few years make outrageous profits on their home that they have only owned for a year. Now that we've covered economy, inflation, etc., let's talk a minute on human nature. Humans are followers. Humans have fear of missing out. If a human sees another human made a ton of money by selling their home, and then they see a bunch of other humans doing the same, that human now has a fear that they're going to miss out on the action. So now all of a sudden, everybody wants to join in. Ever notice when a new restaurant opens and the reservations are booked weeks out, you start seeing your friends posting pictures of them at the restaurant with rave reviews? Now you want to go to this restaurant so you can post you were there, and that causes your friends to see it and repeat the cycle. When everyone else is doing something, we want to do it as well. It's human nature. So what happens? More demand, more supply shortage, bigger boom. Now inevitably, after all booms, there's a crash. That's the cycle. But what happened in recent times, which has never happened before to this extent, was a pandemic. And what happened during the pandemic? The government created these stimulus packages where they handed out even more money to people. And to do this, they fired up the old printing press and churned out even more cash. When my parents always used to say money doesn't grow on trees, they were correct, it doesn't. It's printed and it actually seems easier to create than growing it on a tree. In addition, mortgages were deferred, rent was deferred, which meant even more cash in people's pockets, which means, yep, more buying. Quick recap to make sure you're all still with me. People are spending more money, plus businesses are making more money, plus lenders are feeling confident, plus lenders are lending more money, plus interest rates are low, people are borrowing more money equals market boom, more transactions, money is being spent everywhere on everything, people are on buying sprees, and now supply starts dropping and running out, plus pandemic, plus government giving money, plus mortgages and rent deferment, plus even more money in people's pockets equals demand is now even higher at astronomical levels. And what did most people spend their money on? You guessed it, real estate. Now the government is going, uh-oh, we have a high demand, low supply, lots of cash floating around, huge inflation, we gotta get control of this. And so interest rates start going up. Now we have entered a more balanced economy. It's a more normal economy. But we have been conditioned since the market crash of 2008. The feds needed to stimulate the economy, so they started lowering interest rates to get things back on track. So we have really been in a stimulus economy with low interest rates for quite a long time. So what's happening? Well, interest rates are around 5 and 6%, and people are freaking out that these interest rates are so high. They are losing their minds. Well, no, they aren't. 5 and 6% interest rates are still great interest rates, but we've been conditioned to ridiculous low interest rates. If you look at the interest rates over the past 30 years, here I'll show you the chart, or maybe it's over here, we still have great interest rates. So what is actually happening? I think the market is correcting, but not crashing. In fact, you may be shocked when I say this, but I think that metropolitan housing prices are going to actually increase. Yes, you heard me correctly. I think that metropolitan housing is going to increase. There may be a lull in consumer confidence right now, which is actually the best time to buy, so I don't see the market crashing. The market may correct a little in some areas, and in others, I think it'll increase. Do you have a market prediction? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have questions about buying, selling, investing, or just real estate questions in general, my contact info is below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it useful so that others can benefit from the information too. And here we are, all you loyal followers stuck around till the end, or basically you just wanted a $100 gift card. Here's how you do it. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video on your socials, then comment below when you've done all that. All the names that comment below, once they've done that, will go into a drawing, and one will be chosen at random for a $100 gift card to a business of your choosing.